The cooler and more important the locations, the better the world is, especially for a very fictional show like Ninjago. If there were only one or two basic locations, viewers would get bored from looking at the same place every episode. Fortunately for Ninjago, there are plenty of amazing places to see, so let's get started. Starting us off at number 10 is the Corridor of Elders. Located in the Echo Canyons, this location is a narrow gap where huge carvings of Ninjago's most notable ancestors stand. While most of these carvings represent unknown characters, Sensei Garmadon is later given a statue after he sacrifices himself to defeat Chen's Anacondrai army. This location is where the ninja and company face off against the snakes, and rid Ninjago of the Anacondrai imposters once and for all. Next at number 9 is the Monastery, one of the most nostalgic locations for a long-time Ninjago fans. It was built atop one of Ninjago's tallest mountains, much to the postman's dismay, as he has to scale the mountain every day just to deliver the mail. It's where Sensei Wu and Garmadon grew up, and where the ninja first meet and train together, until it is burned down by the Hypnobrai. After this tragic event, the monastery only makes brief appearances in later episodes. Aside from the nostalgia, however, the monastery is only in a handful of early episodes, and hasn't contributed much since. Continuing at number 8 is the Digiverse, a digital clone of Ninjago originally created for digital reality gaming. While it's technically a clone, the Digiverse looks much different from regular Ninjago. Everything is dark, with bright blue highlights and some sort of code flowing along the walls of buildings. The Digiverse acts as the Overlord's prison, and he tries desperately to escape throughout most of the third season. In order to defeat the digital overlord, the ninja have to enter the Digiverse and reboot the system, which is a pretty difficult task since the overlord has complete control over this place. He can turn the entire city upside down or even drown the ninja by melting the floor that they stand on. Unfortunately, the Digiverse has only appeared in one episode, greatly limiting its importance. Up next at number 7 is the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master. And in case the name didn't give it away, it's most likely where the first Spinjitzu master is buried. But this isn't your average tomb. No, this is an underwater chamber where the realm crystal was hidden. In order to reach it, those who enter must pass 3 tests. One of these tests is an ice maze, where the walls reflect who you are in the future. This provides foreshadowing to later seasons, as Jay and Nia are seen together, and Cold just isn't seen at all. There aren't really any locations like the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master, or at least not that we know of yet. Next at number 6 is Cloud Kingdom, one of the 16 realms of Ninjago. This location has a very unique appearance compared to other places. It consists entirely of towers and bridges floating on clouds. Most of its inhabitants write out literally all of Ninjago's history, past, present, and future. Within this realm is a tower where the Sword of Sanctuary is hidden, which is used to find the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master. When the ninja go to retrieve it, they receive a nice little explanation about the concept of realms from Fenwick, the head writer of essentially Ninjago's entire history. Halfway through, at number 5, is Ninjago, another one of the 16 realms in Nodocon's original home. Even though this location makes a very brief appearance, we can see it consists of floating islands with Middle Eastern-inspired buildings. This realm is linked to the Cursed Realm, and when the Cursed Realm is destroyed, Ninjago begins to crumble as well. Distraught by the fall of his home realm, Nodokon proceeds to try to recreate it by stealing chunks of Ninjago's mainland and rearranging them in the sky. While Ninjago itself doesn't contribute much to the story, its destruction sparks conflict for the rest of the season. Continuing at number 4 is Chen's Island, which Master Chen uses as a hideout for the other Anacondrai cultists. Chen's Island consists of multiple different locations, which served as battle arenas during the Tournament of Elements. There are cliffs high enough to surpass the clouds, lava pools, forested areas, and a grand central palace, just to name a few. This place is the main setting for most of the 4th season, where the ninja have to rescue Zane and prevent Chen from unleashing his Anacondrai army on Ninjago's mainland. Starting off the top 3 locations is the Dark Island, the second largest landmass seen so far. Once Garmadon activates the Celestial Clock, the Dark Island rises from beneath the ocean, revealing itself to look like a dark, menacing dragon, which contrasts Ninjago's light, peaceful dragon appearance. The 2 islands used to be one landmass, but after the first Spinjitzu master defeated the Overlord, he split it into 2 separate places, with the Overlord banished to the Dark Island. A long time later, the ninjas struggled to defeat the Overlord and Garmadon in this very location, but ultimately fail when the Overlord escapes to Ninjago City. Given its history and very cool appearance, the Dark Island is one of the better locations in Ninjago. Next at number 2 is Ninjago City, one of the most iconic locations in the show. Appearance-wise, Ninjago City is pretty basic. It just looks like your average everyday city, except with robots and dragons and the occasional season finale. And by occasional, I mean pretty much half the season finales have taken place in Ninjago City. Ninjago City has remained pretty constant throughout the entire show. Even when threatened with destruction by a giant snake or ancient demon, this place is always here. Being a city means it also contains multiple other locations, like Dareth's Dojo, Borg Tower, and the museum, all of which have played important roles in multiple episodes. Oh, what's this? You were expecting Ninjago City to be number 1? Well, about that. Ending today's countdown at number 1 is the Cursed Realm, also known as the Preeminent. Being both a realm and a giant rampaging tentacle monster makes the Cursed Realm fairly unique in comparison to the other locations. The Preeminent is a prison to anyone forcibly sent there, most of which were banished as punishment for some sort of serious crime. Once summoned by Moro, the Cursed Realm forms within Ninjago and begins unleashing her endless stream of ghosts and spirits to defeat those who oppose her. In order to save Ninjago from being taken over by ghosts, the ninja have to drown the Preeminent. That's right, they submerge an entire realm underwater. The Cursed Realm is definitely one of the most interesting places and creatures in Ninjago. But those are just our thoughts. What are yours? Post your top 10 Ninjago locations in the comments below, or continue the discussion at the TTV Message Boards at board.ttvchannel.com. Also check us out on Vessel at vessel.com/the TTV channel for 1 week early access to all of our content. I'm Prpl, and thanks for watching.